And starting
We have
stream.
no Marin on video, but that's okay. I'll just hide his
They're hiding.
very non-video
The
participants.
stream is now live. This is it. The company's dying. Almost everyone's been fired. But if there's one thing we still believe in, it's the right to say things that you love are great. And here I am today with my most dedicated of audience to say One Piece is some shit. Now let me just pull up this. There we go. Everyone can see we got the One Piece Ultimate Arc tier list. I'm going to recount to you the story of One Piece in full, just from the dome and with the list of arcs in front of me. I will say, when I saw the list of arcs, I was like, I'm not sure I remember it that well. But that's okay, because today we've got with us Ollie, and Ollie has seen One Piece.
I have seen One Piece.
That's
like
right.
A dozen episodes behind, but that's okay because they're not doing any more for a while.
It's fine. And then we got Marion, who has seen One Piece.
I have done that, and I have read everything, so
That's
I'm
right.
up to speed.
That's right. And then we got Ryan, the most important one here, who don't know nothing.
Nope, never watched a single episode. I've not even seen the Netflix show. So
What the hell, Ryan? God, you gotta.
never even bothered.
Iñaki Godoy does such a decent job. It's
I think the real star of that show is the guy who plays fucking Kobe.
Yeah, he did great. He did a great Kobe. Let's face it.
All right, yeah, like the basketball guy, right?
That exactly.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
In every way, Kobe
Got
is
it.
like the basketball guy. On
I'm on
that
it.
note, we're getting straight into it. If you have any questions, feel free to jump in. Just feel free, I'm sure Ryan is going to have a perfect understanding of the series by the time we're done. And so we got to start at the beginning.
100%.
Yeah. We got to start at the beginning. Feel free to jump in if I'm forgetting anything, guys. We're starting with Romance Dawn. In the anime, it starts straight on a pirate called Alvida's ship. The pirates just found some treasure floating out at sea. They pull it aboard, open up a barrel, out pops Monkey D. Luffy, and we quickly discover he stretches like rubber. Ryan, any questions?
Sorry, he pops out of a barrel.
He pops out of a barrel. What happened was
Right.
he set off from his hometown, which is an island. It's all islands, Ryan. It's all islands. He
Gotcha.
sets off from his hometown in a tiny wee boat, hits a storm. He's like, okay, what do? I'll just jump in the barrel and seal it. That'll be all right. And floats away. All right?
I'm impressed that he sealed the barrel from the inside. Then I suppose stretchy limbs. That help.
He could have done anything. He could have like got some elasticity on the insides, pulling the lid.
Could have. Well, by that logic, to be honest, he probably could have made himself into a bit of a sail, right?
I mean, yeah, but the boat was fucked like. But I believe he could make himself into a bit of a sail if he really wanted. All
I
right.
think he has done that, right?
Yeah. He certainly has. That's how it starts in the anime. In the manga, we start instead with a flashback to Luffy's childhood, where he's at a bar with a pirate he looks up to called Shanks. He really wants to join Shanks' crew. Shanks won't let him because he's literally a small child and he thinks that's a bad idea. Who knows why? Luffy is a bit stroppy. He sees a fruit lying about and he's like, you know what? I'm going to eat this fruit. Unfortunately, that fruit was sat in a treasure chest because it was the treasure of those pirates called the gum fruit, and that is what turned him into rubber. After starting some beef with some local bandits, the pirates come and save Luffy, and Luffy declares that he will become the Pirate King and become a great pirate one day. So that pirate captain puts his hat on his head and goes, You give me back this hat when that bit is a true thing. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. Flashback to the present day. He's on the ship of Alvida with my man Kobe. Kobe has been kidnapped from God knows where. He would love to become a marine and save people from pirates because he is currently not being saved from pirates. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, hang on. Marine, define.
A marine is a policeman or soldier of the sea.
Right, okay.
They
Similar to what it is in real life. But
yeah,
gotcha.
they work for the world government to hunt down pirates and keep the peace.
Okay.
At least
with you.
that is the sales pitch to anyone who wants to become a marine.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You know, they also pay a wage. That also always helps.
Oh.
Yeah. He would love to become a marine and one day save people from the very pirates that are basically holding him hostage right now. And that's when he meets the pirate Monkey D. Luffy coming out of the barrel. And Luffy's like, whatever, man. I don't care. If you want to get out of here, you should just bang him out and leave. And Luffy and Kobe's just like this 11-year-old kid who's tiny. He's like, brother, I can't do this. What are you talking about? And Luffy's like, you sad sack of shit. I hate people like you. You stay out of my way. And then Luffy punches the hell out of Alvida and the whole crew and fucks off. And Kobe's like, well, I guess I'll hang out with him.
Wait, hang on. Fucks off where? He's on a boat.
He just, gets on like the lifeboat or whatever. He's like, off we go. We're out of here. You know? Okay. He punches her so hard, he swings the arm so far back that he just like smacks her in the face and she flies off.
Right, gotcha.
I should also mention that it is a plot point that she's overweight.
That is a plot point.
It comes up later, all right?
Okay, gotcha. Great. Okay, all that, and we've now got through what I understand is the opening scene.
The opening to the story. No, we're not done with Romance Dawn. That's the opening scene. Yeah, that's episode 1. All right, they fuck off and they end up on an island with a big marine base, which is convenient for Kobe. He wants to become a marine. Not convenient for Luffy because he wants to become a pirate. They get to that island and they hear tale of an incredibly powerful swordsman that's been like basically crucified but with ropes. You know?
Sure.
And he's just hanging out back there. And they're like, what's he done? Well, he's a fearsome swordsman called the Pirate Hunter. He cuts down mans, he slices them up, gets their bounties, which is, how much money they're wanted for, turns it in for cash and food. And he's all tied up there, and Luffy's like, I like the cut of his jib. Seems like a good lad. And Kobe's like, this is the most fearsome man around here. You can't like the cut of his jib. Luffy's like, I like the cut of his jib. And once he likes the cut of someone's jib, it's done. You're fucked. Right. So onwards we go. We have Roronoa Zolo. Why is he all tied up? Well, because the son of the local marine captain almost set his dogs on a little girl.
Right.
Yeah. And when Zoro saw that, he was like, no. And he just like stabbed up the dogs. The dogs are dead.
So he blamed the dogs. Not the person who released the dogs.
Well, basically. I mean, to
they
my
left that part out of the live action series.
They did. To my understanding, the dogs are like about to bite her up, and it was like a
right.
Fair
enough. Yeah.
And when you get someone with a, it's over. You're done.
That's
right.
True.
So he gave the dogs one of them and one of those as well, and that's the dogs are done. So he gets crucified because the marine captain's son is like, I ain't having this, and the captain just lets his son do whatever he wants because of nepotism. And Luffy's like, well, that don't sound no good. He goes up to the man. There's something about eating a rice ball filled with mud. We'll ignore that. It's from the little girl. Luffy's like, listen up. The geezers are saying they said they're going to tie him up for 30 days and then he can go free. In reality, they're going to execute him because that's how they work, And so Luffy's like, if I go get you your swords back and get you out of here, will you join me pirate crew? And he's like, I guess it's better than dying, It is better than dying. And so, yeah, Luffy gets the swords, unties the man. As it turns out, the man uses 3 swords at once, and one of them has to be held in his mouth for the free sword style to work.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm glad you held up the 3 there, because in this universe, I'd entirely believe that a tree sword is a thing.
Tree sword style. Santoryu. And off they go. They come out and they see Captain Morgan, the big marine captain. As it turns out, he might be a prick. He's called Axan Morgan because he has an axe on his hand, and he's known for killing Captain Kuro of the Black Cat Pirates, which is what made him so great. But he's a dickhead, and he's like, I'm going to kill them guys, and I'm going to kill any Marines that don't follow my orders, and then I'm going to sort you out as well, and blah, blah, blah. You know, evil nepotism tyrant shit, you know? And so Luffy punches him, Zoro swings his swords about, the man is defeated, and all the Marines are actually like, you know what? I never liked that guy. And they're like, just because it's you guys, we'll let you go free. But
I've just seen the ad on this fucking page. I just have to point that out very briefly.
Am I gay?
The fucking Am I Gay quiz?
Hold up. Let's pull it up. Oh no, I can't just pull it up like that. I can't scroll over. It's not on the stream. It's not on the stream. There's an Am I Gay quiz. Wait, I can move the stream box. Oh no, I can't. It's cropped. Fuck. Alright, well, we'll never know.
Gonna have to believe it.
We'll never know. We'll never know. Gonna have to leave with that question hanging over our heads. Fucking hell. Just before Luffy and Zoro decide that they're gay, they're about to leave, and the Marines are like, hold up, is this tiny child with you? And they're referring to Kobe, that we rescued from Alvida's ship, who wants to be a Marine. As you remember. You remember that incredibly well, right, Ryan?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And Luffy's like, this little piece of shit right here, and starts punching the hell out of the small child. Just starts talking shit about him. Kobe punches him. They have a little brawl. And then it's like, right, it's clear you're not together. You guys fuck off. Leave the small child here. And then the small child professes his dedication to the Marines, and they let him join and all that shit. That's basically Romance Dawn.
Gotcha.
Where does it... I'm sorry, Marion, I'll speed it up. Where does it sit in the rankings?
Well, I have no gauge for this, so... As we go on, I'll get the gauge from what you've described. How many episodes is that, by the way, what you've described?
Episodes? Like 4, maybe?
It's like all of what he's just described is the first episode of the live action series.
Yeah.
Oh my
god.
God.
Like 45 minutes long.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So...
Where does it sit?
At the beginning is what will hook you. I think there is arcs after this one that will be the ones that people will start enjoying more and more. So
I mean, this is like a good starting point, but it's very like in the middle.
Yeah.
Right. Like
I'll do it again.
Yeah, like I get that with anime. Like, for reference for our audience, aside from Pokemon, basically the only like proper anime I've watched is Death Note. And in that, the first episode doesn't get anyone, right? It's always it's the second episode that gets people, right? But you have to watch the first episode to know what's going on.
I think that's the
in this case
thing,
because there's like 1,500 episodes. You need to watch the first 4 episodes in order to convert that as a one-to-one thing.
I would say so. You could probably skip a few in there, but not the first few.
And you have to imagine that this was early 2000s, even 1999.
97.
I'm not sure. 97 it was the release. I mean, it's a completely different era.
Mm-hmm.
So,
older than me.
Yeah, it's completely different the way that anime is done today than it was back then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and because it was 1997, it's fine that they made the pirate obese. That's fine.
Yeah.
You're right. Gotcha.
That's fine.
Yep.
And as a result,
understood.
I would like to put it in the it has its moments tier.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe
I think
has
it's a
its
solid
moments.
introduction, but there is like so much room above it that it can't really go much higher.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect a show like this to peak at the start anyway.
No.
Sorry, just checking. Are we doing the anime only filler arcs as well, or just manga?
Are they in here? I don't think they're in here. We are not doing the anime only filler arcs.
Okay, good.
Because
right. That cuts out what, about 200 episodes?
Oh mate, you wish. Oh no, this is the thing, because like Naruto and Bleach were famed for having incredibly long filler arcs of like 40 episode stretches. The longest filler arc stretch in One Piece is like 12 episodes, and it doesn't happen very often.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah. But
of the 1,150 episodes of One Piece, 94 are filler episodes, so it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Percentage wise.
Yeah. But as a result, some of the canon episodes are just very dragged out, and that might be arguably worse, depending on your perspective.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
we'll get there.
Right. Orange Town. We're still with Luffy and Zoro sailing off to the next place. We find a little pirate hunter girl called Nami. She's not really a pirate hunter. She's like a bounty hunter. She's a cat thief. She steals monies and treasures. And she comes across Luffy. And she's like, this guy is a dumbass. I'm going to take advantage of this little prick. You know?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And she's the ginger one, right?
She's the ginger one. That's correct.
There you go. See, I know a little bit.
Absolutely. You knew it all. She shows up in the story. Zoro is off at sea at the moment because Luffy got picked up by a giant bird and then dropped onto the island. Let's not worry about the details. We've got to speed this up, right?
That's right out of Wind Waker, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. But again, before Wind Waker, and I'm not gonna lie, when you look at One Piece and you realise, oh yeah, this shit came out like 5 years before Wind Waker. I'm just saying. All right. Gets carried off by a giant bird, dropped onto the orange island of Orange Town. That actually might not be the name of the island. It's just the name of the town on the island.
Gotcha.
There we meet a wee dog called Shushu, who's protecting his master's shop. His master is long dead. This story has been retold many, many times based on the real dog in Japan. I can't remember the names. Anyone want to help with that?
Fucking
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Is the you?
Hachiko, right?
Yeah,
right,
I think
right.
so. I think so. And we also all know this story from Futurama, that one Futurama episode there where the dog waited for Fry.
Okay.
This is
The dog that waited.
yeah,
Gotcha.
it's based on the real dog, and it's in One Piece too. Shushu, the wee dog who's waiting for his master, guarding his master's shop. Bad time to be guarding his master's shop because pirates are ravaging the town, just destroying the place. And it is none other than Buggy the Clown. He's a clown. Terrible. And you know Luffy and the man's got to deal with that. They meet up with his crew. One of them is like a unicyclist that juggles daggers. Another is a lion tamer. It's the whole circus is here. The whole circus is present, you know? They pull up to Buggy. They're like, we're going to bang you out, geezer. You can't be throwing cannonballs on this town and shit. But they lock Luffy up in a cage because Luffy is kind of an idiot. This is...
How does someone who can stretch themselves get locked in a cage?
I mean, he really shouldn't have done, but he did. There's no excuse for this one. There are excuses to get locked up later. There isn't for this one. I'm not going to lie to you.
Right, okay.
This was like before they had like thought of Sea Stone, right? So
Yeah.
it was just like there wasn't even a proper excuse for it.
Yeah. No, he's just locked in a cage, and Zoro just sort of shows up. And Zoro's like, right, I'm just going to cut this Buggy clown geezer down. Cuts him up. Oh no, he has eaten the chop fruit, which means his body can be cut and sliced into as many pieces as it wants, and he will always be able to reform.
Oh, okay. So he's like a Hydra, kind of.
I mean, he doesn't grow extra heads.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, like if you like cut his torso out and then just like kept it in a bag, he couldn't regrow a body, but he would be able to independently move all of his hands.
He needs to get all his body parts back.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And there's fun bonus power to this like ability is like most of his body parts can float, but only when his feet are touching the ground, and it has to be within a radius of his feet.
Oh, okay. I can picture that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's all chopped up and it just chops and floats about. But again, if his feet aren't on the ground.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. So Zoro can't chop him up. It's just swords aren't going to work. He's the swordsman. He's kind of fucked in this situation, you know. It all goes wrong. I think, what does it happen? The cannonball blasts open the cage. Marin, do you remember this?
I do not remember this part. Let me tell you, this is one of my least favorite arcs in One Piece.
Ollie, does the cannonball blast open the cage?
Yeah, and then it like blasts into Luffy, right? And then he bounces it back.
Yeah. And I remember at some point Nami was like, she was going to light the fuse to blast Luffy or something, but she didn't want to actually kill the idiot. She just wanted to use him. She doesn't have the heart to like kill him. And Buggy was like, go on, get him done, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Some shit happens. I believe Buggy separates, gets chopped up, and then they tie up most of his body parts and then smack the rest of his head and shoes into the oblivion. And he's just like loses them for a while. There's a cover story where he goes looking for them.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and he's just like, he's tiny because he's just got hands and feet and a head. He's like, yeah.
Also, Orangetown, worth pointing out, is called Orangetown because it is a town on which they grow oranges.
Oh,
That's it.
right, okay.
That's why it's called Orangetown.
I was
like
expecting a wilder explanation there.
It's basically the only sensibly named town in the entire series. So
I will say I did gloss over the fact that Orangetown has a mayor. The mayor is only really there because Shoo Shoo the dog can't talk. The reason Luffy fights Buggy is because he likes the dog, but the dog can't talk and give exposition, and therefore the mayor has to come in and do it. That's the reality of it.
Reasonable.
Yeah. That's pretty much the end of that arc. It's not great. It's not my favorite arc. It's an important arc because we get the introduction of Nami, and believe it or not, Buggy the Clown becomes a very important character, actually.
That's a shame.
Yeah. I mean, we thought that at the time, but then we're like, actually, he is the genius jester.
when you get 1,000 more episodes in, it's like, damn, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it's like, God, Buggy's the G. He's the one. No, you hate him at this point. Just a power hungry arsehole taking it out on small people, it seems. But Orangetown, I'm not gonna lie, it isn't above. It has its moments.
No.
It's fairy tale.
You think it's fairy tale to you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna agree with Marin, if only because like literally every other arc that follows it is better.
Exactly.
Like, especially like just the next like 5 are like just worlds better. Like, I think everything that Orangetown does, Arlong Park does like 300 times better.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
All right. Right, okay, Orangetown's in the fairy tale tier. It's in the fairy tale tier. I didn't make that decision. Syrup Village. God, what the hell do I remember about Syrup Village? Syrup Village is the introduction of Usopp. Let's get Usopp's name out the way. It is a combination of Uso, which is to lie in Japanese, a lie, and then Aesop and his fables.
Right.
Usopp. And first thing we see from Usopp is that he is running through the village declaring pirates are coming and for everyone to get ready. Pirates ain't coming. He's crying wolf. Aesop's fables. It's all there. It's all there. It's all right there. Right. No one believes him. They just get annoyed with him. They're like, yeah, he's doing his thing again. Every day. Goes out there declaring pirates are here, you know. Every time. And then on top of that little lie he does, he goes up to the big manor house in the top of the village and he talks to a young girl called Kaya, who's very sick and can't go outside. But he comes up to a tree on a window, knocks on a window, and he always tells her stories about his adventures. And it's all total bullshit, you know? One of the best stories he tells her is, you know, how he led 50,000 men into battle and all that shit. But of course, it's the goldfish he met, which was so big that its poops were island size. Yeah. We love Usopp stories. Fantastic stuff. The problem is the young lady has a butler. No parents, they're dead. She has a butler called Klahadore. And Klahadore is a bit of an arsehole. He don't like Usopp. Usopp don't like him. Whatever, man. You know, whatever. And then Luffy and the crew show up on the island and they meet Usopp. And they're like, we're pirates. And he's like, oh shit, pirates actually are here. But actually, they're pretty chill. So it's fine. Luffy and Usopp and the crew, they basically just hang out for a little bit. They just sort of chill. They just sort of relax. And they're like, yeah, this Usopp dude's okay, I guess. Until it is discovered that the butler of the manor house, he actually is a pirate. He actually is. He's been playing the long game to fucking kill the young girl and take her fortune. He's been planning it for years. And his real pirate crew are actually on the way. What is this man's name? His name is Black Cat Kuro, the guy that Axehand Morgan from Romance Dawn declared he killed. He didn't. Black Cat Kuro, he hypnotized him to think he did.
Oh, of course it was a hypnosis thing.
He has a guy that resembles Michael Jackson and the dude from Aerosmith. What is it? He resembles that guy, but he has a little. He hypnotizes. He goes 1, 2, Django, and he does a little. Ow! He does one of them. You know how it goes.
This has gone from 0 to 100 real quick.
Marin, you know how this goes, right? Marin, tell him I'm not
Yeah.
bullshitting.
But I want to find the name of the guy. I don't remember it.
Robert Tyler, is it?
And I'll find it.
Tyler, someone.
Tyler. I don't know. But yeah, he hypnotized him. He's part of the crew. The other black cats are here. They're all cat-themed big guys. The Pope comes up, and Usopp runs through the village declaring, "Pirates are coming! Pirates are coming!" It's the fucking butler from the fucking manor house, and of course they all say to him, "Usopp, we ain't buying your bullshit. Would you get out of here?" But this is the time where it's real. This is it. It's the wolf. You know, you see where it's going. But luckily, he has new friends. He has Luffy, Nami, and Zoro, who are there like, right, we'll bang these geezers out. I don't give a shit. Chaos ensues. There's like a longer, slippy path towards the dock where the boat pulls up, and they like slick it up and oil it up, and they have fights there with swords, etc.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
His name is Django, by the way.
Django is the name of the hypnotist. Yeah, 1-2 Django. And eventually they're all defeated. Usopp takes out Django in the forest, I believe. And that's his heroic deed.
Also, Usopp is really good at like marksmanship because he has a really long nose from lying.
Yeah.
He uses his nose as like a sight.
Yeah. He has a slingshot, and he licks people off from distance.
So yeah, you know that thing that humans have supposedly, where it's like our brains make us not notice our nose right in front of us. He just doesn't have that because it's all the way out here.
It's like, yeah. It's Pinocchio as well. It's a
yeah.
Just throw it all.
No,
in.
Believe it or not, I did make that connection.
Yeah, I believe that. All right. Okay. So they take out the pirates, bang them out. When everyone realizes the truth, the girl at the manor house and the other butler, who was not an arsehole, they were like, "Oh my god, thank you so much." Now the other butler, who's not an arsehole, his name is Merry, and he has goat-like features. He has like horns and like wool. Right?
He's like that guy from Metaphor, isn't it?
Yes, kind of, yeah. A little bit. He's a little bit more gentle than that, but yeah. And he's like, because you've done such a great thing for us, we'll give you this ship I've had for a while. And the masthead is like, it's like a goat's head, like him. And the ship is called the Going Merry because. Yeah,
that's good. That's a good boat name.
Yeah. Right. Jesus fucking Christ.
That's also going to be really important later on.
It is.
Okay, right.
And so they set off, and they're like, "Usopp, are you coming with us?" And Usopp's like, "Yeah." Before we move on, I should clarify why Usopp declared pirates all the time. When he was very young, his father set off to be a pirate. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't know his dad very well, quite frankly. I'm not even sure he was there past being a toddler, you know? But he was always proud of his father for setting off at sea, follow his dreams, all that shite. And then his mother is on his deathbed. And to make his mother happy, he'd come in and be like, "Pirates are coming, Mum. Dad's gonna come home." And even after his mother died, he just kept doing it. And that's why all the villagers put up with him, because they're like, he's going through shit. You know? That guy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
But past that point, he had no connections left to the island and decided to depart, and of course he would come with Luffy and the crew. That's basically the entirety of the Syrup Village arc. Now, Marion, this is your favourite arc, am I right?
It is not.
Okay. Ali?
All right, pop that off then.
Yeah. It's hard, right? Like, I think it's 100% better than Orange Town. I think Kuro is like a really neat villain that like ruined every anime fan who wears glasses life for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's good. I'd probably put it above Romance Dawn, not too far up, but it is a bit drawn out. But yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah, but it's again on. It has its moments only.
Yeah, I think it's like just in front of Romance Dawn, but not high enough. Yeah, there we go.
It has its moments. Alrighty then, that makes sense. Ryan, does that feel good to you? From what you know of the series?
Yep, sure.
Was that the
Dave,
most?
give us your
There's like
info.
6 things so far that Ryan has to remember for like things that will be important in the future.
Oh,
Yep,
good.
Ryan,
and
we are around.
my ADHD brain is gonna hold onto all of them. I
It
can
sure
promise
is.
you that.
All right, we are on
We are around episode number 12. Alright.
Shut
Of
up!
the anime.
Shut the fuck
Let me tell you that.
We're on to the Baratier arc. All right, we're lightning rounding it from now on. I think we've got to. The Baratier is a floating restaurant on the sea. It's a ship, but it's a restaurant. There's many cooks on the sea, and people sail up to take part in the restaurant, have a good meal.
Oh, okay. I'm in. This is best arc so far already.
All right, fantastic. On the way over to the ship, we're testing out the cannon on the Going Merry. Goes wrong. Luffy and Usopp fucking suck at this shit, man. They're idiots. The fucking cannon hits the ship. They sail over to apologize. The big boss man chef, he's a former pirate. He's slapping Luffy about. He's like, "You've got to fucking earn our new roof, son. You got to work here until you sort that shit out." And Luffy's not happy about that. Alas, what can you do? While we're on the ship, we meet the sous chef. He's called Sanji. He's a man who don't take no shit, and for some reason in his introduction Sanji holds a man up by the neck with his hand. This is very important because from this point onward we never see Sanji ever use his hands in combat, and it's a plot point. Let's just ignore the fact that it happens in his introduction. Let's just ignore that, because his hands are only for making food. His hands are for creating, for caring. Only his feet can destroy things. He shouldn't have held the man up by his neck with his hand. Let's pretend it didn't happen. It's okay. Right? But he beats a marine up for being shitty and throwing food on the floor. Because if you're at sea, you can't waste food. Hunger is a constant problem. There's no farms out there. If you waste food, you're a scumbag. So he beats up some marine guy. That's the kind of guy Sanji is. He's short-tempered. It's all going well. Luffy's working. Everyone's chilling. Suddenly, who shows up but a man from the Don Krieg Pirates, one of the strongest pirate fleets in the East Blue. Let's not focus in on the geographic nature of the story yet. Maybe when we get to Reverse Mountain. Jesus Christ. Strongest pirate fleet in the East Blue. One of the geezers just rocks up. He's like, "Give me some goddamn food now." And they kick him out to the curb. But what happens? Sanji comes out and he gives the man a meal. Why does he give the man a meal? Because Sanji knows what it's like to go hungry at sea. Emotions. Emotional. The man is incredibly grateful, and he's like, "Can I bring my crew back here to eat?" And they're like, "We won't let anyone go hungry around here. But you might have to work it off." He goes off to get his crew, and we discover we got the full backstory of Sanji and the Big Chef Boss Man. Big Chef Boss Man's a former pirate. He's raiding a ship that Sanji happens to be working on as a little chore boy. And the ship gets all fucked up. I don't know, there was a storm or some crap. Either way, Sanji gets washed away in the sea. And as the big boss man watches him go, he's like, "Nah, I can't let the kid die. I can't let the kid die." He jumps in the water after him. When they wake up, they're on a remote island together. Fucking nothing for miles. Can't be seeing nothing. And the big man has a big sack, and he's like, "Here's my food." He throws the little man a little sack. He says, "There's your food. You go to that side of the island and you watch the sea until you see a ship, and you don't talk to me until you see one." Food eventually runs out in the little man's sack. He's like, "I'm gonna fucking go fuck up the big man in his big sack. I ain't having this." He goes over there. The big sack is still there, still full. He tears it open. It's just full of treasure. Gold. That's not food. He goes over to the big man. He's like, "What the fuck have you been eating?" Big man doesn't have a leg. Big man ate his leg.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Big man ate his leg. Oh. He's like, "Why would you do this for me?" And he's like, "Because I wanted to sail out at sea and to do the things too. And you want to do the things at the sea." And he's like, "I do want to do the things at the sea. I do." It's emotional, Ryan. And
Yeah, it is.
And so the wee lad, he dedicates his life to helping the old man fulfill his dream, which is to set up a sea restaurant so no one else has to go hungry at sea. It's beautiful. That's when the Don Krieg pirates show up, and as soon as they have had their meal, they're like, "We're taking this ship. This is ours now. Got plenty of food on here." So the battle breaks out. Shit's going down. People are fighting. But then we find out what happened to the Don Krieg pirates. Why are they here? Why are they all fucked up and starving? Biggest fleet in the East Blue. They went to the Grand Line, the most dangerous ocean on the planet. They went there, Ryan. Idiots. And who'd they meet when they got there? The strongest swordsman in the world, Hawkeye Meehawk, who kind of looks like a vampire.
Sorry, pause. Say that name 3 times.
Hawkeye Meehawk, Hawkeye Meehawk, Hawkeye Meehawk.
Okay.
I said the greatest swordsman in the world, right? He has a giant black blade with like a crucifix on the hilt called Yoru. It's giant, it's sick. And Zorro sees him and he's like, shit, the only reason I ever left home was to beat the greatest swordsman in the world. There he is. Zorro, this ain't the time. Don Krieg's here. What the fuck are you doing? Zorro's like, it is the fucking time. I'm banging this geezer out. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, Zorro? Zorro, unfortunately, gets told that he is a frog in the well, and he must learn how big the world is. Gets banged. It's upsetting. Gets destroyed, has 2 of his 3 swords blitzed, and Zorro's like, shit, he got me. He turns around to him, and he just goes, and Hawkeye's like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, scars on the back are a swordsman's shame. And then Mihawk cuts him down, cuts him there, and he's fucked. He's like, "Ugh," flies into the water. "Ugh." It's like Street Fighter 2. Luffy's like, I ain't having this. Luffy goes to bang Mihawk, and Mihawk's like, you chill out, I didn't kill him. And it's like, well, fuck. Zorro's like, I'm not going to lose ever again, I swear it, because if I'm going to be on the Pirate King's crew, this is how it's going to be. And Luffy's like, that's alright. And it's come to this point where, let's forget about Johnny and Yosaku. Let's forget about the fact they're in the story. Those guys are like, right, listen, Nami just stole our ship. We're trying to deal with both Mihawk and Don Krieg here. What do you mean Nami stole the ship? Alright, listen, Usopp is going to go with Zorro and these 2 other boys on a little dinghy to go chase Nami in the ship. Well, fuck, Luffy's like, can I stop working as a chore boy if I beat up the Don Kriegs? And the big chef's like, yeah. So Luffy does that. Mihawk's like, well, I've had enough fun here. He just leaves. He just goes home. And then Luffy bangs the man. At one point, he punches through a cape covered in spikes and it goes all bloody and like, ah! You know? Yeah. And then they leave there to chase after Nami, who stole the ship.
Right, fair enough.
That's the Baratier arc. That was lightning round.
I'm not sure it was the longest one so far, but
where are we ranking the Baratier arc? I'm taking my straps off. I'm sweating. It's pretty up there. Marin?
I would say this is the best so far. So, but I'll rank it around. I'll do it again.
You'll do it again. What do you think? What are you thinking, Ali?
Yeah, I mean, that's good. I think it was kind of like they messed it up in the anime because they didn't want to show him eating his own leg.
Yeah.
They were just like, oh yeah, it got trapped and he cut it off when they were getting out of the ship.
Yeah, in the anime, he when Sanji gets swept into the water, he has a chain wrap around his leg that cuts it off.
Oh, right,
Which
okay.
defeats the impact of seeing it severed later, but
Yeah, it does.
it completely does.
Yeah, and it destroys like the emotional point of him choosing to cut it off.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So yeah, it can't be much higher than that just because of how much they. And then they undid it, right? So they did a flashback in like the fucking episode of East Blue, right, where they like cut that bit out and then implied that he actually had eaten his leg. They were like trying to retcon it, and then in a later episode, they just like, no, he cut his leg off in the ship. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? You had the chance to fix it anyway. Yeah, it's. I'll do it again, but it's not much higher because the anime fucked it up.
I'll do it again.
I will say.
Go
I
on,
will say,
Ryan.
in my mind, it earns points for so far being the only arc to take place almost entirely at sea.
That's fair.
That's true.
That's fair.
So
Is
there
it
you
the
go.
only arc? It might be.
I'm looking down.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, we have the introduction of one of the coolest characters in the whole of One Piece. I mean, you have Mihawk.
Yep. Mihawk's
Yeah, I mean,
sick
Mihawk
as
is
hell.
very cool.
And we do at this point also get mentions of the 7 warlords of the sea, who I should mention now, to make you understand. Basically, we understand that the Marines are there, and the Marines are working for the world government.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and they're like
Okay.
the police of the sea. However,
Over here.
the threats upon the seas are very, very high, and the Marines can't deal with it all. So they said to some of the strongest pirates on the sea, hey, we'll just ignore whatever the fuck you're doing, but you can't interfere with what we're doing, and you kind of have to get rid of the shitty little pirates. And they were like,
Right,
all right.
okay.
So there's 7 of them, and Hawkeye Mihawk, strongest swordsman, is one of them. Why is he doing it? He basically just doesn't really want to be bothered by anyone.
Understandable.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
If they show a picture of my Mihawk, so Ryan can get a feeling of what are we talking about.
Mihawk.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Can you see this? Can you see my tab?
Hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to
Yes.
defocus you because I've been focusing on you as the tab. There we go. All right. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
Nice.
What the hell was that?
came with a sound.
Discord has a soundboard. I am confused.
All right. Yeah, that'll improve the stream. Keep using it.
Is anyone watching this?
We've had 7 views with an average view duration of 53 seconds. No, YouTube live streams are all about the views you get after the fact, all right?
That's true. It's true.
Okay.
Oh god.
Yeah, no,
We'll
I,
add sound effects as needed.
yeah, absolutely. Thank you for being in charge of that now, Ollie. My producer. Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're good on Baratie now. We're moving on to Arlong Park. Arlong Park. Nami is fucked off with the ship. Why is she fucked off with the ship? She's been reminded of her own responsibilities and duties. She has basically been indirectly enslaved by a fierce fishman pirate known as Arlong. He has come from the Grand Line to this the most peaceful sea, the East Blue, to take control of one of the human villages and control it. From there, he wishes to expand to control all of the East Blue, because normal humans cannot fight against fishmen. Fishmen are generally like 12 feet tall, incredibly muscular, could like bite through concrete. You know, it's like you don't have good chances. You know? It's like you'd assume a fishman would be able to crush a bear quite easily, and you know, can you kill a bear? This is what we're dealing with in the One Piece world, you know? So she's been indirectly enslaved by him. We have to dig into how this has happened. Okay. Nami and her sister Nojiko were found in a war-torn area by a marine known as Belmare. Belmare retired from the Marines to take care of these small children who were not blood related from what we know, but are now adopted orphan sisters under Belmare, the single parent living in this nice peaceful village. They don't have enough money. They're not a rich family. As they grow up, Nami keeps stealing shit from the shop. What can you fucking do, you know? But it's all mostly good. It's a peaceful situation until the fishmen show up. The fishmen show up, and when they do, they're like, everyone here has got to pay us several grand per person, otherwise we'll kill you right now. We get to Belmare's house. She only has enough money for either 1 adult or 2 children. She can't have it all, and so she puts the money down for her kids. And Arlong's like, right, well that's it. I'm gonna blast you, and he blasts her. Just kills her off as she says that she loves her children. You know, I want to point out at this point that in the original 4Kids anime, he just pointed at her and said, "I'm putting you in the dungeon," and then she was never mentioned again.
Right. Yes, I remember 4Kids were notorious for doing that kind of thing, weren't they?
I'm putting you in the dungeon, and then just she's just never mentioned. She's still in the dungeon even after they free the village. It's that's it. Yeah, but she put it all on the line for her children, and was unfortunately paid her life for it. We got Radisson Hotels adverts now. Like, am I gay or am I going to Radisson? Is it both? So
it took me a moment to realise that wasn't part of the explanation.
Now, as Arlong and the Fishman are raiding the house, they find a selection of maps, and they're like, these are incredibly well drawn. Turns out Nami likes drawing maps in her free time. Arlong picks her up and drags her back to his new base of Arlong Park. And when she gets back, just as the villagers are planning to raid the place and put their lives on the line to save her, she gets back with a handful of cash and a fresh Arlong Pirates tattoo. And in exchange for the money, the same money that her mother didn't have, the money that could have saved their lives, she's like joined the crew, and she's now been enslaved. Arlong has made a deal with her. It says, if you bring me a shitload of cash, I will sell you this village. Therefore, Nami, the cat burglar thief, right?
Gotcha.
All very, very important. Very, 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 very important. Nami's been saving up cash ever since she's a young woman now, ever since she was a little girl, and she's buried it in her mother's orange orchard in a big treasure chest. Just got millions in there, almost enough to buy back the village. And Arlong's like, I think that bitch has got enough money to buy back the village. So what does he do? He sends in the Marines. The fucking Marines. Some corrupt ass police ACAB bitch comes in and he's like, I'm looking for stolen treasure. All of that should belong to the world government. And I just might split it with the Fishman Pirates. What the fuck? He finds all the treasure. Nami knows who's ratted him out. Everyone knows what's going on. She's worked for 10 years at least to get all that cash. She bowls up to Arlong. He's like, you piece of shit, you promised me. And he's like, I haven't broken any promise. I haven't done nothing. You just need to go get that money for me, don't you? Little bastard.
So, I mean, I got this already, but there's no subtlety or layers here. Just he's the evil guy.
He, as of right now, he's the evil guy. Yeah. There'll be more layers much later.
much later.
Much later.
We're still on what, like episode 18?
But unfortunately, the backstory sections are more important than some of the things that happen in the actual arcs. And then finally, she goes up to him. He's evil. She goes back to the villagers, and the villagers, they all know what happened. They didn't tell her that they knew, but all along they knew what she was doing, the deal she was under, what she was doing for her. And they knew that the Marines had basically come and scarpered it all. And they were like, right then, this is it. It's the end of the road. We're going to go fight Arlong. And she's like, he will kill all of you. And you're like, no, well, what are you going to do? You know? Let's go. Go out in a blaze of glory. And in a helplessness, she's crying, she's screaming, she's looking at the Arlong Pirates tattoo on her arm. She picks up a dagger and just starts stabbing at it. Just stabbing at it, blood everywhere. It's brutal. And then in comes a hand that stops her from stabbing, and it's Luffy. It's the man. It's the fucking king. That's the captain right there. He comes in. And after she tells him to leave and get away, and he doesn't know what's happened here, and he's just still standing there, and she goes, finally, help me. And he's like, all right then. And the whole crew's there. All the boys, they're like, let's go, lads. The Usopp, the Zoro, the Sanji, they're all there like... They all march up to Arlong Park. They bust through the door. They see the man, and let's abbreviate the conversation. Each one of them manages to bang out a fishman, even Usopp, through shenanigans. Even he manages to use a slingshot to kill a fishman through shenanigans, specifically. And also just bashing his head in with a hammer at one point. Like, on the ground, just... Yeah.
I will say, the live action retelling of that scene is one of the best things that Netflix has ever produced.
Yeah.
It's so good.
All right. How far into the Netflix series are we now, then?
Near the end, actually. We're pretty much done.
Yeah, I mean...
Because to be fair, that did kind of feel like season finale vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so finally, Luffy and Arlong are fighting. They climb up into Arlong Park, which is like tower shaped, and they find this room filled with maps. And Luffy's like, "What the fuck is this?" And Arlong's like, "This is where Nami makes me my maps." And he's like, "I see. I understand what's going on here. This shit needs to go." And he stretches his leg up so high into the air that when it crashes down, the whole building just implodes and collapses to the floor. It does also help that when he brings his foot down, it lands directly on Arlong's jaw.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. The building comes down, the fishmen are defeated, the island is freed, and Nami is finally able to do whatever she wants with her life. The end of Arlong Park. Right. This shit means something to me, man.
It's fucking deep, man. It's such a good arc. It goes so hard.
This
Yeah,
go on.
one thing that you didn't mention is that throughout the first couple of arcs, there are Easter eggs all the time that paid fruition in this arc,
Mhm.
pretty much, and
Yeah.
that's masterfully done. I mean, there is a lot, even though just by talking, you cannot feel the emotion that some of the shots are in the anime or in the
Mhm.
manga.
Mhm.
So yeah, for sure, this is one of the best arcs. So it should be on the top 2 tiers for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. This shit means something to me, man. And honestly, when I first watched through One Piece, I was like, that's pretty good. But going back to it now, I'm like, this shit means something to me, man. This
It's
shit.
like this, like the scene where like fucking Nami is just like stabbing the shit out of her arm, and then like Luffy stops her, and then like there's another scene later on that we'll get to in.
So I have to ask, what did Four Kids do with that scene where she's like stabbing her arm and shit? Did they just let
That's
that
a
one go?
Good question. I think they might have
Hold
just
on, let me look it up.
they might have just glazed over it. They might have just ignored it.
Because I feel like there's no way they would have let
Yeah.
that one.
There's some interesting ones. Here's a fun one. In the going all the way back to fucking Romance Dawn, when the Marine Marine Captain's son, the arsehole one with the dogs, he's like at one point pointing a gun at Kobe, our little lad. And like, yeah, in the anime, it's just a gun. But then in the Four Kids anime, it's like a gun handle with like a spring-loaded hammer. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
I
so
do
love
elaborate.
that
Oh,
stuff.
also,
I think one of the funny things about the changes from what I know is that for kids did Sanji, the
oh
cook,
yeah,
he's always with a cigarette in his mouth, but for kids change it to a lollipop.
Oh yeah. I did know about that one. Yeah.
yeah, that one is one of the most egregious for sure. Oh, understandable why you didn't want smoking to be on the kids show, but
okay. So in the Four Kids edit, it's basically just goes like, oh no, Arlong is a bad guy, and then everybody just like shows up. They show a little bit of the final battle against Arlong and his crew. Then they show the town celebrating that they've been defeated, and then it goes immediately into the Logtown arc. Like that is
Yeah,
it. There is
okay.
no.
fair enough.
That's so good. I love it because it comes from that era, right, where like Western media hadn't removed the perception yet of all cartoons being for kids, right?
Yeah. For
So they
sure.
were like, "Oh yeah, this must be a kids show," and then they suddenly realize there's so much shit they've got to censor.
They make. It was really funny because, like, in hindsight, the edits that they were making were such that the show could not have continued
No.
under Four Kids.
No.
no,
Like the continuity that they created by cutting out things was so fucked up that they just would not have been able to get. Like they would get to a certain point, which I think is like when fucking Brooke gets introduced, right? And then they could not have gone further because they cut out so much that ended up being like so foundational that they just couldn't. They wouldn't
Right.
have been able to continue. So
Yeah.
it's probably a good thing that it went out of business
They
because like
they skipped
they just-
Laboon.
yeah, they skipped Laboon.
They skipped Laboon. Who we're gonna get
That's
into
the thing, like-
soonish.
Yeah. Oh, and they also had the whole like fucking Grand Line sickness, which it was just how they explained Nami not being there.
Yeah. All right then. Logtown. Right, Logtown. Specifically Logtown, Logue town, because it is the town of beginnings and endings, prologues and epilogues.
I
Logtown.
see.
Right.
Right.
Often mistranslated as Rogue Town because Japanese and L's and R's, and it's spelt like rogue, but no, it is log like prologue, epilogue. The town of beginnings and endings because it is the place where the king of the pirates was executed. The Marines and the world government made a show of executing Goldie Roger in the place he came from, the East Blue, which is the most peaceful sea, as a symbol to the world that no tyrant would go unpunished. Of course, at the point of his death, he declared to the world that the One Piece was real. This place, this thing that had everything he had ever gathered: wealth, fame, power, all the treasures one could want, rest in one piece.
Right, I got you.
Let's ignore the slightly dodgy translation of One Piece, but you know.
Yeah, it's a little.
We're already here now. It's been too late. It's too long. Been too long. Can't change it now. But yeah, obviously the aspiring pirates find this inspirational. They see his execution platform still stood in the town square, and they're like, "That's incredible. I absolutely can't wait." In this town, though, the town which is the final island before we venture onto the Grand Line, is, of course, Marines. And Marine Captain Smoker is one of the most fearsome foes we've seen thus far. If that wasn't bad enough, we've also got the return of who? Buggy the Clown. I can't believe it. Buggy the Clown's back. Buggy the Clown's back. Through shenanigans, Buggy the Clown has Luffy tied up, neck, hands cuffed up, at top of the execution platform, and as revenge, he's about to bring a sword down on his head. It's a bad situation. And just as he believes he's going to die, Luffy cries out to all of his pals, Nami, Sanji, Usopp, Zoro, and he says, "Sorry, I'm dead." And as that sword comes down, a lightning bolt strikes the sword, fries up Buggy, destroys the execution platform, and of course a rubber man would be fine.
Oh, sorry, hold on. Did anything cause that lightning strike, or was that just an act of God?
Well, this is
We're still
This is
debating
subject-
it to this day.
30 years of debate. Like, this is, we don't know for sure, but everybody suspects one thing, and it's hard to say.
Right. Now, Captain Smoker is watching this. Marine Captain Smoker, and he's called Smoker because he has 2 cigars and he smokes them at all times. 2, not 1.
Right.
Double. You know.
That just sounds annoying, to be honest. Just to have in your mouth.
I mean, I don't know how he does it. Now, we assume that Marine Captain Smoker is going to be an arsehole like Captain Morgan. But when a little girl runs up to Captain Smoker and accidentally trips and drops his ice cream onto his legs, Captain Smoker says, "I'm sorry, little girl," and gives her some money for a new ice cream.
All right. Okay.
Is the dog done? Is that good? All right, we're good.
I could barely hear it anyway, so.
So we can see that Captain Smoker is an arsehole like Captain Morgan, who just might have killed that small child because, you know, evil. Right, execution platform has come down. Buggy got fried. We also get a little bit of goading from who else but Alvida, the overweight woman from the beginning,
Oh, yeah.
who is now skinny as hell,
Oh.
thanks to the power of the smooth fruit, which
Oh.
made all the fat on her body just slide right off. And now
Right, okay.
many attacks that come at her now will just slide right off. And her,
Oh, I see.
and her
Right, okay.
skin is incredibly beautiful.
It's more right, of course, which means obviously by the rules of the time means she now has value as a woman.
Yes. Now, most interestingly about this is Oda actually plants an idea here, which he scraps and then brings back later. A bit like Sanji holding a man up with his hand, Iron Mace Alvida declares, "Luffy, you are the only man to have ever struck me. The only one. And I have become in love with you. I'm going to make you mine." And of course, she's a beautiful woman. This idea gets dropped so hard. It's mentioned in the one passage, in the one chapter. It is gone. It is so over and is brought back with another character in about 400 or so chapters.
Okay.
So
Good, right?
that's you know, early One Piece is a bit like that. It's neater later on, believe it or not. But basically, Luffy's about to get away. He's trying to get away from the crew, but then Smoker comes up. Smoker's tough guy. And what is he made of? Ryan, please.
Smoke.
He is made of smoke. That's correct. That's correct. He has eaten the smoke fruit, which I actually think is called the plume fruit. Like smoke plumes.
Okay.
He has eaten that fruit and he is made of smoke. If you try and punch him, he will smoke up. You can't hit him. You can't hit the man. How can Luffy, a man which focuses on punching, hit a man? Zoro can't do shit. Sanji can't do shit. They can't do shit against him. He does this really cool thing where Luffy thinks he's punched through him, but then he like appears in the smoke behind him and grabs him. You know, he's a cool guy, and he's got Luffy
Also,
down. Go on.
normally he just has like 2 cigars in his mouth, or 1 cigar, depending on what part of the series it is. But in the 4Kids edit, of course, they couldn't have him smoking a cigar, you know? So his mouth was just permanently open, and they explained it in the series that there was so much smoke inside of him that his mouth has to be open to let some of the smoke out. So, yeah, that's the 4Kids canon reason for why his mouth is open, because they couldn't, like, edit it shut, because obviously his mouth is open all the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like, right, it's true. But yeah, Smoker ties him down, and he's about to pull out his like jit, which is like a big pole with an extra pole on it. And the tips of this jit are quite unique. They are made with sea prism stone. Now we got to explain devil fruits a little bit now because I skipped over it earlier. Devil fruits, when you eat them, you lose the ability to swim. So it's not just a free power up. It is a world mostly made of water, and you can't swim if you eat a devil fruit.
Okay,
Yeah.
oddly specific, but fine.
You just start sinking. You're unable, and once you're in the water, once you're submerged to a certain point, you just lose all of your strength. You can't even lift your arms. You know?
Yeah, so like if you're a pirate and your ship, you know, gets shot down, you know, the second you hit the water, you're basically dead. You're just gonna
you better
sink to the bottom of the ocean.
You better hope your non-devil fruit eating partners are there to help you out, otherwise you're fucked.
Yeah.
There is one instance later on in the series of a fishman who has a devil fruit, and he gets thrown into the water, and he's a fishman, therefore he can survive underwater, but he can't do anything because he's a devil fruit eater, and he just lay there at the bottom of the ocean like, I'm so pissed off. He does eventually get saved.
This is not what I wanted to do with my day.
Yeah. So okay, we're moving on. We got the sea prism stone, and later this becomes important because you can basically infuse the power of the water, the essence of water, into a stone like substance. And when a devil fruit eater gets touched by the stone, it's like being submerged in water for them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So this is like the anti-devil fruit maneuver. This is an obvious way we can get around the fact that certain devil fruit types, like smokers, are immaterial. You know, they don't have a physical form necessarily. This is one of the ways we can get around it. And Smoker has this sea prism stone infusing the ends of his jit specifically for capturing these devil fruit eating pirates. And he's about to bring it down on Luffy. He's about to take it down because it's over. And then suddenly a hand comes out of nowhere, grabs him. Who is it? It's just a man in a cloak. We don't know. Man has crazy tattoos going down his face. Who is this? And Smoker's like, you. What you doing here? And I can't even remember what the fuck he says, honestly. And then basically just wind comes out of nowhere, so powerful that it blows through Smoker, blows Luffy away. The whole crew separates them from the Marines, allowing them to escape. I have glazed over the fact that Zoro went and got 2 brand new swords.
Good.
Yeah. Usopp also got some new goggles. Wasn't in the manga, however, Oda did want it to be in the manga and suggested it for the anime. So I'm saying it's semi-canon, you know?
Yeah.
Nami was just hanging out. Nami and Sanji,
right.
they were just hanging out that arc.
But very much a character who's like, we've done your story now.
No, she's got plenty of moments to come up, but they're just hanging out. But yeah, no, the whole crew.
I mean, that was kind of the whole fucking like Grand Line sickness thing that 4Kids invented as a reason for her to not be there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then so yeah, the crew get blown back to their ship. Smoker sees them escape, and he turns back to the cloaked man. He's like, "Why did you do this, Dragon?" And Dragon, as we now know him, says, "For what reason would you have to interrupt with a man's departure or whatever the fuck?" And off he goes. Who's Dragon? Was he the reason the wind came? Was he the reason the lightning bolt came? Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, 20 something years later, we still don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that we're going to tell you later. We don't know. It's over.
We still don't know.
Right. But they leave Logtown, the town of beginnings and endings, to sail off towards the Grand Line. I'll do it again. What are we saying?
Yeah,
I would go.
I mean, it's
a
like
bit
one of those
lower,
like
at least.
setting the
I'm
stage.
sorry, Marion. Did you say
kind
you
of
go
ones.
lower?
Yeah. I will go lower. I don't think that it's such a memorable arc.
It's
at
got
all.
the introduction of Smoker. It's got the introduction of Skinny Alvida.
Yeah. The introduction of Smoker is maybe the Smoker and Dragon are the best parts of this arc. Pretty much, in my opinion. But yeah, I would put them at the same level as Orange, not Orange Town,
Syrup
but
Village and Romance Dawn.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Ollie?
Oh, sorry, I'm just remembering the whole thing with like fucking Tashigi as well.
Tashigi,
And then-
right. We didn't explain Zoro's backstory. All right, laser fire Zoro's backstory. Shit. He grew up in a dojo. There was a girl who was like the daughter of the dojo master. She was the best swordsman at the dojo. No matter what he did, including adding more swords, he could not defeat her. She was also fighting against misogyny because she was like, one day I will be weaker than you because I am a woman. And that is how the world works. And he's like, this is bullshit. You cannot say that there's biological factors that make me better than you when you beat me. And he's like, no matter what, one of us must become the greatest swordsman in the world. And then she falls down some stairs and breaks her neck.
Oh.
In fairness, let's be clear, old Japanese houses have stairs which are like basically ladders. And old people falling down them and dying is actually very common in those older houses. So this is like a more relatable story in Japan, where it's like, oh yeah, we understand why that happened. Over here, we're like, what the fuck? Yeah. So that's Zoro's backstory, and we meet Tashigi in Logtown, who is Captain Smoker's second in command, and she looks exactly like Zoro's dead childhood friend, and she also uses a sword. As far as we know, absolutely zero relation. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Is Tashigi does come back, but she's never really important, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of ramping up to it, right? Like, they like she showed up in Egghead.
Yeah.
That's so far off.
Yeah.
Yeah, she showed up in Egghead, and it was like, oh yeah, that she might be, because there was like the whole fucking sword stuff happening.
It's the last one on the list, Ryan.
Yeah.
That's where she shows up. Okay. All right. Are we happy with Marin wants the arc to go down one. Ollie, what are you thinking? Are you doing I'll do it again or what?
I think you can go down one.
You think you can go down one?
It's fine. Yeah. But it's fine. It has some hype moments, but like it's not.
Yeah, but it's above
it's
the
a
other
foundational one, right? It's like it sets a lot of stuff up, so it doesn't like do a lot of interesting things.
All right. And with that,
also, just for the 4Kids check-in,
yeah.
The girl from Zoro's childhood, she gets injured off screen and then has to go to the hospital, and just that's the last we hear of her. That's why Zoro wants to become.
Yeah. Also, one of Zoro's swords is her sword that she was using before she died.
Yeah.
It's the only one Mihawk didn't break.
I see.
Yeah. Okay, alright, I'm upset with that placement, but we move on. Reverse Mountain is a mountain which could also be translated as Rivers Mountain. This is where we have to pull up a diagram of the One Piece world.
Oh, okay. Right.
Okay. While you're doing this, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and
yeah,
grab
that's
a drink.
fine. Okay. Do you Do you see this diagram, Ryan?
I do.
Okay. Basically, we started up in the East Blue, which is in the top right corner.
Yep.
Can you see my mouse?
I can, yeah.
Oh, great. Started up here in the East Blue. We started somewhere around here. I don't know exactly where. This is a really low-res image.
It is.
We've basically come round here, and down here is going to be Logtown, okay?
Yep.
Now, here's the mountain. It's called Rivers or Reverse Mountain because all of these rivers flow up the mountain to the peak.
Okay.
And when it hits the peak, it then slides down the mountain into what we call the Grand Line here.
Gotcha.
And we can see a dense amount of islands. Okay?
Yep.
I didn't want to have to explain this too much. The red line itself is basically a giant landmass continent that's like 100, 200 meters tall and just spans north to south.
Okay.
Yeah. All the way around the circumference of the globe. And this this unique current created by the reverse mountain means all water from all 4 oceans here funnels into the Grand Line and creates this calm belt. The calm belt is a place where no wind ever happens. It's always calm, but there are also giant sea monsters that will eat you the fuck out of your boat. So you might want to sail from here to here in the Grand Line, but you've actually got to go from whatever East Blue Island through Reverse Mountain and then through the Grand Line to get there, as far as we know currently. Any questions?
Oh, right, okay. What? So, am I to take it then that this world is flat?
No.
Okay, right. It is a globe.
You can see that the red is also over here, because that's the other side of the planet, because the red line goes all the way around.
Right, but what about top and bottom? Can you get from north to west by going up the top of north?
Okay, we need a spherical. All right, here we go. This is going down. Right. We can't cross over the calm belt, and the calm belt is across the equator, whereas the red line goes both sides, north to south.
Okay.
So that essentially splits the planet into 4 quadrants.
Oh, right. Okay, I see.
With like a center line splitting them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. You weren't thinking of it like a globe.
No, I really wasn't.
Yeah. So yeah, this really splits it into the world into 4 quarters, which is the East Blue, North Blue, West Blue, South Blue. But then there's the Grand Line. But then you'll notice that the Grand Line is split into 2 halves by the red line itself.
Yes.
And so the first portion of the Grand Line is known as Paradise. You can see that written in dodgy text there. I don't think it's possible to see on the stream. And pull it over. There we go. The Paradise section of the ocean is here, and that's where we're starting off. And the other side over here is it's the New World, because it's so much harder to get to. Because obviously you have to go to Reverse Mountain, get through all the Grand Line, and then get to the New World.
Mm-hmm.
The New World, it's the age of discovery. It's unexplored. Holy shit. And as a result, we're going up Reverse Mountain, up a big river, and into the Grand Line. Fuck. Did we do it? Did we manage to explain it?
Yeah, I got it. Okay. That makes sense.
I was never sure how long this was going to take. Marin, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
What do you think of our progress so far?
It will take us a little bit more than a year to finish it, but
I hope you're making notes, right, of all these character names.
Honestly, look, when you proposed we do these, I was thinking I'll tell you one long-term story for wrestling, but to match this, I'm going to tell you the entire history of WWE.
We got to go faster. All right, Reverse Mountain. Reverse Mountain's actually pretty easy. We go up the river, we come down the river into the Grand Line, and there we meet a giant whale. The whale loved a pirate crew. It followed them into the Grand Line, but it got separated from its pod. Very, very sad. It's been waiting there at the entrance to the Grand Line ever since for either its pod of a whales or the pirate crew it originally followed. Taking care of it is an old man called Crocus, who is a doctor, and for some reason he has converted the entirety of the inside of the whale into a battleship style thing. It's like you can walk around, there's technology in there, there's...
Okay. But 2 things. 1, you can't just gloss over a man named Crocus. And 2, that's just the Futurama dog again.
Yeah, this is Ahab and the whale or some shit. I don't know. It's like Pinocchio again, isn't it? When they're getting the whale. Yeah, but he's taking care of the whale from the inside. It's advanced medicine. He actually has a little island that he relaxes on inside the whale's stomach. Let's not think about it too much. We're talking about Laboon now. All right, but we discovered that Crocus was at one point a former pirate where he served as a ship's doctor. And because of his experience on the sea, he says, at the end of the sea, the island you're looking for is called Raftel. And you will get there one day if you just keep going. And they're like, nice. That's basically the end of Reverse Mountain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty short one, honestly.
I was gonna say that sounds like it was like one episode.
It's pretty short. Where are we putting Reverse Mountain, Marion?
I don't think that Reverse Mountain is that good for sure. On the lower.
Ollie?
Maybe again, maybe above Romance Down. Just that somewhere in there.
What are you thinking, Ollie?
It's another one of those things that just kind of sets shit up and doesn't
Yeah.
do much beyond that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. At this point, I'm determined that we get at least to the post-war arc. Right, Reverse Mountain. I'm going with Marion's vote. Above Romance Dawn. Straight into Whiskey Peak. Whiskey Peak is an island with giant cactuses on it. Like, they are mountain-sized cactuses. Right. When they get there, it's like all Western themed, and everyone is super happy to see the Straw Hat Pirates rock up. They're like, we love pirates here. Welcome to town. You know, please come on in. We love you guys. They have a big party. They all get super drunk, eat loads of food, and then when everyone goes to sleep, they're like, he. We killed pirates here. Oh, we are all the bad guys. Who knew? And it turns out the giant cactus mountains, we zoom in on the cactus mountains, and what we thought were like from far away like little cactus spikes were actually each little gravestones, and the mountains are covered in them.
Oh, that's pretty. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, very, very nice. But of course, who's there? Oh, it's Roanoa Zorro. He is a man that never gets drunk no matter how much he drinks. And he was wide awake, listening to them all. He never falls asleep around an enemy. He just sleeps the rest of the time. And he's like, there's 100 of you bounty hunters here. I know all about you guys. I am going to do all of you myself. And he basically does.
Oh, right.
Long sequence where he's just like jumping between windows, slashing people up. A giant like 8-foot woman with massive muscles tries to punch him up, and he just like grabs her by the head until she submits.
I'm so glad
I just noticed the ads changed.
The ads have changed a couple times. We're off of Radisson now. We're onto Russia's Spy from United Media. Yeah.
Oh, good.
The stream doesn't get the ads, sadly. Right. Whiskey Peak. But once we defeated all the bounty hunters, what happens? People from Baroque Works show up. Now, the bounty hunters all worked for Baroque Works, but these are the higher end members. Baroque Works is an evil organization where the members are numbered, and the lower the number, the higher up, more powerful you are, and it is run by a Mr. Zero. Right?
Gotcha.
The pretty much every Mr. number, low number, is partnered with a Miss or Mrs. and then like a holiday. There is like Miss Merry Christmas, for example.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Can't remember all of them, but there you go.
Is there a reason for that, or is that just how it is?
That's their code names.
Okay.
for the organization. There is one member of the organization that is non-binary and therefore gets both a holiday name and a number.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he therefore doesn't need a partner. They're
Also started off like quite problematic and then became one of the better characters of the series. So
yeah, absolutely.
Does not surprise me that they started off quite problematic.
Oh, don't they all though?
Yeah.
Don't they all? Right. So basically, Mr. Five shows up with Miss. Can't remember her name. She has a wait fruit. I don't know. They both have devil fruit powers. Mr. Five has one of the better ones. Anything he picks off his body and throws becomes explosive.
Ooh.
So he picks his nose and he goes bing, bombs. You know.
Miss Valentine is
Miss Valentine. There we go. A holiday.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah. Miss Valentine has a wait fruit. She can make herself incredibly light to float up in the air with her umbrella, and then she can like come down like 5 tons.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So they're pretty threatening, and they've actually shown up on the island because they've heard that one of the other Brokeworks agents is not who they claim to be. Oh no, we have now Miss. Can't remember her name. What was she? Her name was Miss Wednesday, and she was like with Mr. What 8, 9, 11? I don't give a fuck.
Mr. 8.
Mr. 8.
Yeah.
Mr. 8 was a fucking loser anyway. Miss Wednesday, it turns out she wasn't a criminal all along. She was actually a princess of a kingdom, and now they've discovered that, they're like, we're taking you in because you can be more useful to us as a hostage. And she's like, no. For some reason, Luffy wakes up, thinks that Zoro has killed all the people that gave him food, and tries to fight Zoro. Yeah.
Great.
Nami was never drunk. She is another person that can drink as much as she wants and never gets drunk. And when she realizes that Luffy and Zoro are fighting, she's like, well, you two shut the fuck up. We got shit to sort out. You know?
Yeah.
And then they go sort some shit out, and they realize that there are Baroque Works agents there and a princess, and Nami's like, wait, if we save the princess, are we going to get paid money? On we go to the next arc. There is also a guy that goes, ma, that gets blown up. Let's not worry about him too much.
There's also a guy called Mr. 13 who's just an otter that can draw real good.
Yeah, one of the unluckies. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he just draws bounties. He's like a perfect replicant of their faces, and they're like, oh, that's very good. And they're very upset about it. Whiskey Peak. I'll do it again. Marin?
No. No.
Marin actually hates
What?
this show. Is what I'm
No.
learning here.
Well, the thing is that right now because we know what comes next, we are ranking because of that this way. Because we know the arcs that are coming are much better, but this is still one of the weakest in my opinion.
Nah, come on. The Whiskey Peak Zoro kills 100 guys.
Yeah, but again, if you imagine that it didn't even exist this arc. I mean, you just had to put Vivi in somewhere else and Robin, the appearance of Robin somewhere else. As a whole, the stories doesn't make the story better in any way, in my opinion.
I mean, it's just kind of like stuff, like it exists to give people shit to do while they introduce better characters.
Shit.
I mean, again,
can't
I
believe
think
this.
it's between maybe even lower than Romance Dawn for me.
What the fuck?
Okay, I
Yeah.
wouldn't go that far. I think it's just above. It's probably like equal with Reverse Mountain.
I ain't having it. Oh my god. Reverse Mountain. I will settle with you and put it at the top of it has its moments. At this point, we're gonna have to split that tier. Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
I was
Okay.
going to say so far you're just piling into
Jesus
that
Christ, I don't like this at all. I tried to put two of those into I'll do it again, Ryan, for the record. Jesus. Alright, Little Garden. We go to an island called Little Garden. Little Garden is primarily characterized by the appearance of like giant dinosaurs. It's very prehistoric in that sense. And there's also two giants there. Just giants. Giant dudes. They are Viking themed. They are named Dory and Broggy. And every day when the volcano erupts for the last 100 years, they have dueled. They're actually besties. They love each other, but they can't let go of the fact that one of them thinks they're the best and the other one thinks they're the best. So they duel every day. Okay? Right. Usopp finds this completely inspirational because he wants to be a brave warrior of the sea and serve a little cowardly lion shitbag, you know?
All right.
Yeah. And the guys are all hanging out. It's pretty chill. And that's when Mr. Free shows up. Ah, Mr. Free. He becomes very important. But for now, we just need to know he has the wax power. He encases people in wax, and they can't do anything when they're waxed up. He has a partner. Ollie, if you want to bring up a name, that'd be great. I don't remember her name.
Miss Golden Week,
Miss Golden Week.
also known as Marianne.
Yeah, and her ability is to paint pictures that hypnotize people. She does not have a devil fruit. That is just something she does.
It's just a thing she can do.
Yep.
Right.
That's just a thing she can do. It's like the hypnosis all over again with Django.
Yeah.
Basically, they encase the giants in wax. Or one of them injures one of the giants first, and then the giants go off to do their duel, and one of them actually just wins instead of drawing for the first time in 100 years. And he's like, after 100 years, I finally won, but the duel was tainted because the fucking Mr. Free got involved. He was a dickhead or whatever. Eventually, in cases, basically, Nami, Vivi, our new crew member, Miss Wednesday. Then cases, Nami, Vivi, and Zoro in wax. They're just sort of stood around. Sanji is off doing, like, shit on the phone, telling people he's Mr. Prince. He's very, very cool, honestly. and Luffy eventually shows up and punches Mr. Free in the face. Dory and Broggy the Giants are legendary characters, and Sanji's activities on the phone are legendary. But as a whole, I don't love this arc.
I genuinely
Same.
forgot it existed. So
Shall we put it
I think
below romance
I
down?
think it can go
Okay.
in.
Or even
I think it can go in Fairy Tail.
First of all,
Okay,
I'm putting
I'm okay with that.
we've got to give I'll Do It Again some love. I'm putting Whiskey Peak up.
That's fine.
Where are we putting this?
I would put it in Fairy Tail, just above
Yeah,
the
Fairy
the
Tail.
Orange Town. It's just not memorable at all. Like Mr. 3 is like memorable, but like that's it, you know?
All right.
Every single character that is in this arc is more interesting in every other arc that they're in.
It's true. It's true. All right. I will say here, Nami gets bitten by a bug. This is a prehistoric island with giants and dinosaurs, and that bug happens to give her a prehistoric disease. We need a master doctor ASAP, otherwise she's gonna fucking die. And that takes us to Drum Island. Drum Island recently.
Also, they
Go on.
completely skipped this in the 4Kids dub, by the way. Little
Garden.
Garden just does not exist.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Why do we bother? Why do we bother? Again, they couldn't have continued with the continuity. I think one of the best parts of Little Garden, before we move on from that one finally, is that at the end, the reason they get shot away from the island by the two giants and their big weapons through a giant goldfish, a goldfish capable of having poops the size of islands.
Oh yes. Okay.
Calling back to Usopp's story that he would tell Kaya. And we then get the theory that all of Usopp's early lies become truth.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. All right, Drum Island. Drum Island's king has recently left after a pirate called Blackbeard invaded and fucked the place up. Blackbeard's already gone. He doesn't care. And the king that got fucked around, he might be on his way back. But for now, the castle has been taken over by Dr. Kureha and a reindeer. Right. We get to the island and we discover that all of the doctors of the kingdom were taken by the king. He didn't want anyone to have good health, except him, I guess. And he just fucked up off all on the boat when he left the kingdom as well. So the only doctor left is Dr. Kureha, who is known by the people of the island as being a bit of a witch. Right? Yeah. It just so happens that her reindeer helps her pull a sleigh. And, you know, it's a snowy island, okay?
Nice.
There's a Christmassy vibe to it. Unfortunately, the castle is on top of like a fucking mountain, and like there's like a cable car, but it's out or whatever the fuck. Luffy needs to get up there to see the doctor, otherwise Nami's gonna fucking die. Him and Sanji go up there. Sanji gets knocked out by like, what was it, a giant rabbit? You need to bow to the rabbits, otherwise they'll punch you out. And Luffy has to like crawl up the mountain, his like fingertips bleeding, fingernails cracked, with one person in his mouth, the other person on his back. And he eventually gets to the top where the human form reindeer grabs his hand and pulls him up, and he just begs him to save his friends. Now, we have to talk about the human form reindeer, Dr. Chopper. Right. He was just literally a reindeer. But he found a fruit one day, ate it, and it was the human fruit, which gave him a big brain and human intelligence. Yeah. Yeah. He quickly learned human speech as a result, and because the fruit deformed him, and also because he was a blue-nosed reindeer, which is unusual.
I guess so.
Yeah, because it deformed him, he got rejected by his reindeer clan, and just chucked out. And he tried to join human society instead. They were like, "What the fuck is that freak?" You know, like a human form reindeer man. They're like, it's a beast of the forest, shooting guns at him in that. And just when he was like at the end of his rope, accepted by no one, he found a man called Dr. Hilaluk. And Hilaluk was a quack doctor, probably caused more problems than he solved, quite frankly. But he was a nice guy, and it was the first person that Chopper ever bonded with. Unfortunately, Hilaluk had a grave disease that was going to be fatal anyway, but he wanted to dedicate his life to healing the sickness in the hearts of men. He said that when he went abroad, He found a cherry blossom tree, and the sight of it healed the sickness in his heart. And he came back to Drum Kingdom to try and heal the sickness in the hearts of the people there. He couldn't bring a cherry blossom tree with him into a winter island, however, but he was trying to find his own way of doing it. Eventually, it came to a time where he was like, right, I'm actually dying though. I've got an incurable disease. It's over for me. And he didn't want Chopper to feel that pain of losing someone. So he tries to do the anime style thing where I love you so much, I'm going to push you away. And he tells Chopper to get lost, leave him, go somewhere else. You don't belong here. Shoots a gun at him. And then Chopper realizes what's wrong and he goes off. Okay, a little bit of context. Hillock loves piracy. And he said the skull and crossbones symbol is like a mark of dreams. It's the mark that men put up when they've dedicated their lives to achieving their dreams. And Chopper sees that mark in a book of mushrooms, not realizing it could also mean poison. He goes off to find that mushroom. As an act of kindness, he's like, this is the mushroom that can do anything. It was right next to the mark of dreams, you know? And he makes a soup, and the doctor sees it. He knows what it is, and he's like, yeah, let's chow down on this shit. He was going to die anyway. And it's almost it's almost like he wanted to tell Chopper that he appreciated the efforts he'd gone to. After eating that soup, he heard that the doctors of the kingdom that had been sequestered up in the castle had all fallen ill. And he marched up there because if he can save them, he can save the country. And when he got there, he found out it was all a lie. They were just trying to corner him because they didn't want anyone else in that country to have a doctor. And he suicide bombs himself.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He suicide bombs himself after a big speech about the sickness in the hearts of men and when men truly die, being when they have forgotten, and not when a bullet pierces their heart. Unfortunately, Chopper gets there just in time to see the explosion.
The sort of things you could get away with in a pre-9/11 world, huh?
Yeah. Chopper gets there just in time to see that explosion. And believe me, 9/11 will affect the story shortly after this. And Hiruluk's dead. Chopper rages. One of the only people on the king's side that actually loves the country tells him to not throw his life away. And Chopper is taken in by Dr. Kureha, swearing himself to be a true doctor that can heal any sickness one day. Flashback to the current time. The crew is getting treated by Dr. Kureha. She is a nice old witch after all. But what happens? Oh no, Wapol's back. Evil King. Can't believe it. He's back. The Evil King tries to blast the pirate flag of Dr. Hillock from the top of the castle where it's been placed. And Luffy holds it through the explosion. They shoot him again. He's still holding it. He's like, this flag will never fall. It's a flag of someone's dreams, their hopes, their aspirations. He plants it down and he fucking kills those guys. Absolutely bangs the shit out of them. Sends them flying. Restores Drum Kingdom and allows them to choose their own monarch, their own way of going. I've changed the fucking stream. There we go. He allows them to choose their own future and it's beautiful, Ryan, okay? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. Basically, Chopper's like, I'm a little freak, but you guys are all right. And Luffy's like, listen, you little freak. You're a doctor and we need one of them because we're at sea all the time. You're coming with us. And he does.
Fair enough.
Yeah. That was basically that arc. Again, all about saving Nami and recruiting a doctor to the crew because otherwise they'd be fucked. This is better than your fave series.
Yeah.
Marin?
Yeah. I think that's a good place for it.
I would put it again. It has its moments. At the best of it has its moments.
No, Marin. This is better than your fave series. I'm not following. I'm not following your advice.
Well, for you to be, for you to know, the next arc will be very high for me. Very highly arced.
Okay. Ryan, are you following?
I am. I mean, don't ask me any questions about whatever it was you were talking about half an hour ago. But I am following what's currently in front of me.
Right. Alabaster arc. We discovered before that Miss Wednesday was a princess. She is a princess of the Kingdom of Alabaster. Remember Baroque Works? Remember me talking about them half an hour ago? Right. Mr. Zero, right, is actually one of the 7 warlords of the sea. Remember I mentioned those guys? Mr. Zero is actually one of the 7 warlords of the sea. His name is Sir Crocodile, and he is made of sand. Yes, he ate some sand fruit. He's got sand in his pants at all goddamn times. Right? He also likes to smoke a cigar, almost constantly. He also has one big hook hand, like fucking, like Mr. Captain Hook.
All right.
Yeah, and it's like you can put poison out of there or whatever the fuck. It's a really, really big hook. Right, this one's a bit complicated. I don't even know this one's gonna go for me, but okay.
This one's the one that's a bit complicated.
This one's okay. Crocodile, it wants to take over the Kingdom of Alabaster by usurping it from its current monarch. The current monarch, King Nefertari Cobra, is actually very benevolent. He's a good lad, right? We like Cobra. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that is, of course, Vivi's father. It's all going quite well. Crocodile, with his sand powers, also has the ability to dry things out like a desert, you know? And it is a desert kingdom, Alabaster, which means rain is a precious resource. If you don't have rain, the kingdom falls apart, you know? Unfortunately, Crocodile has the ability to take away the rain. In addition to this, there is a banned substance called dance powder, and when you burn dance powder, it forces moisture in the air to accumulate and drop rain, which sounds very useful unless you use it to take all the rain for one part of the country. You know, it's a bit of a metaphor for centralization. You know how London has all of the wealth of the UK.
Yeah,
it's like the capital here has all of the water of Alabaster, practically.
Gotcha.
Right. So Crocodile has the ability to basically take all that water, and he's doing it very secretly, and he's basically using this as a reason for the people to rile up against the king, you know? He's manufacturing a rebellion here. What a bastard. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Vivi is one of the only people who is completely aware of this devilish plot, and she's trying to stop it. On the rebel forces, there are like citizens of Alabaster who shouldn't be at war. They are being manipulated by Crocodile. And then you've got the forces of the Royal Army who want to uphold Cobra's rule, but at the same time, you know, do they want to fight their own citizens in a civil war? You know? And it's all just Crocodile pulling the strings at the top along with his agents of Baroque. Along the way, we get to meet the people that this actually affects in a small town called Yuba. I am doing this all from memory, by the way. In a small town from Yuba, we meet Old Man Toto, who is just digging for a well. All night digging. Luffy goes there, he helps him, and in the morning, Toto's like, here's the water we dug up yesterday. It's just enough for one drink. And Luffy never forgets how precious that is for these people, you know? It's like making that message. Jesus Christ. We're gonna skip forward a bit. Let's see. Luffy gets captured. Smoker shows up. Tashigi's there. Smoker also discovers Crocodile's evil. They all get tied up at some point. Water floods into an underground chamber. They all escape. Luffy asks Zoro to save Smoker. Devil fruit eater. Can't swim.
Yep.
And that makes Smoker look at Luffy differently and all that shit. Blah blah blah. Let's skip forward to the end. We're punching the shit out of Crocodile. And then we're in this like final chamber, and we're revealing fucking. I'm sorry, this is all from memory. We're revealing Crocodile's true intentions all along. Right? He wants the ancient weapons. Skipping through so much. He wants the ancient weapons, and the locations of these weapons are written on ancient stones called poneglyphs. Poneglyphs are indestructible and inscribed with a text that only like 3 or 4 people can read. Right? Luckily for Crocodile, his second in command, Miss All Sunday, is able to read poneglyphs for reasons we'll have to get into much fucking later. Finally, with the kingdom in chaos, the civil war happening outside, Crocodile drags both Miss All Sunday and King Cobra down to the chambers underneath Alabaster's capital to find the poneglyph, and he's like, what does it say? And Robin, this is Miss All Sunday, that's her real name. she starts recounting a history of Alabasta. And she's like, all that's written here is the history of this country. And Crocodile's like, right, you're no good to me anymore then. He tries to kill her. That's when Luffy storms in. The fight erupts. But at some point, Cobra says to her, I know for a fact that stone does say where the ancient weapon is. Why didn't you tell him? And she's like, that's not what I was in this ship for, man. That's not what I'm here for, man. It gets deep, you don't know. Outside, the war's going on. And not only was there a war, Crocodile being evil as fuck, he planted a giant explosive in the clock tower. Oh my god. A giant explosive. Vivi's found it. She's trying to deactivate it. She can't do it. What happens? Pell, who's a bloke I haven't mentioned before, is one of the royal retainers. He has a bird fruit. He's like an eagle or a hawk or some shit. He picks up the bomb and he just starts flying up into the sky. He's like, it can't explode on the people, the soldiers, the civil war. We can't kill the people of Alabasta to save them. Just fly up, you know? Just flies up in the sky and fucking explodes. He survives, however, because of 9/11. 9/11 happened right around that time. And they were like, we can't have dudes dying in explosions high up. We can't have that. We can't have that. So at the end of the arc, he finds his own grave and he's like, what? I'm not dead. He should have been, but he should have been dead. He should have been dead. And unfortunately, go on.
Do we ever see him again?
We do see him again a couple times.
Okay,
we do.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this marks the start of where people say Oda is afraid to kill off characters. There are instances where I'm like, maybe that guy should have died, maybe this. This is the one instance where definitely should have died, but it felt like out of his control because his editors came down with the 9/11, bro. No, you can't do that. You know what I mean? It did start the trend, but it also feels like it shouldn't be blamed for it. Right.
Yeah.
Eventually, Crocodile gets the shit kicked out of him. Zorro defeats Mr. One, who is a dude made of steel. Like, just
There was like a weird subplot previously where like Zoro couldn't cut through steel with his swords and he felt bad about it. But, like,
I think it's
and then Mr. One is a dude made out of steel, so
yeah, I think it's,
solves that problem.
Good for him.
I think it's related to when Luffy was in the cage back in the Orange Town arc.
Yeah.
It couldn't cut him out.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but of course, Mr. One is made of steel, and through the ability, he has a little flashback to his masters, telling him that the true swordsmen are out there that can cut nothing, you know. And he's like, Sensei, I'm gonna be a swordsman that can cut anything. He's like, that's not what I said. But Zorro finally learns the meaning of what that is, and he's able to cut steel with that understanding. Very, very nice. Zorro is like a Buddhist themed character. Like, obviously he's a swordsman, he's a Ronin, but like a lot of his attacks take names from like Buddhist beliefs and practices, like 103 mercies and shit like that.
Also, something, a point of clarification about generally this world. Some people have these powers that they get from these devil fruits, right?
Yes.
And other people just like have powers.
Right. So this is where that line starts to be delineated, because you are completely right. Like both Zorro and Sanji survive shit that shouldn't be survivable for a normal human. Sometimes they'll get slammed into like a concrete wall and leave a dent in the wall and walk away.
Yep.
And the story does decide to explain that later. Okay. Much later. But for now, we're just saying Zorro has had an enlightenment. Because, again, Buddhist. He's become enlightened and he has ascended to the next level.
I just remembered what Zoro's reason for being so strong is, and that's kind of stupid, but
he works out, bro.
You know.
He works out.
Okay, but and I'm probably going to touch on something where you're going to be like, oh, it's explained later again. But like, why can Luffy stretch?
He's made of rubber.
Yeah, he's made of rubber.
Right, that's just it.
The fruit cave made of rubber.
Oh, right, so his is a devil fruit thing.
Yeah, it's a gum fruit.
Yeah.
Okay, oh, right, okay.
Yeah, sorry, that was in the Romance Dawn arc. That was a while ago. It's been a while for that. Yeah.
It's been about 2 hours.
Yeah. He can stretch because he ate that fruit. He's made of rubber. Straight up. He's a rubber man. Yeah.
Right. I'm with you.
Also, while we're here, Nami fights a woman that can like create spikes out of any of her body parts. She like make long spikes out of her fingers. She fights her and wins.
Woman?
Miss Doublefinger was her name. Miss Doublefinger.
Which is
That's not.
okay. So the reason it's that is
you can't just call a woman Miss Doublefinger.
in Japan, New Year's Day is called Double Finger Day because when you hold up to it, it's like 1-1. That's it's 1-1. So it's double finger. It's something that you can't really translate in an effective way.
No.
Miss Doublefinger. It's fine. Who the fuck else do we have here?
Oh, this is Mr. 2 / Bon Cray.
Yeah, Mr. 2. We have Sanji fighting our non-binary champion, Mr. 2 Bon Cray. There is a whole subplot here where Mr. 2 has a devil fruit which allows him to take on other people's forms. Again, non-binary. Then we're doing like a any form thing. So once Mr. 2 touches your face, he can then transform his face into yours. Take on your appearance, your voice, etc., etc. He uses his power to set Cobra up in several ways. Like I think at one point Cobra is like visiting a town. It's not really him, and they shoot a child or something like that. Can't remember. Cool. Just basically setting Cobra up as being an arsehole monarch instead of the benevolent king he actually is. Again, another part of Crocodile's plans to destabilize the whole bitch. Usopp also fights Miss Merry Christmas and some dude.
Oh, sorry, just quickly back on Mr. 2.
Yeah.
The reason that Sanji was fighting Mr. 2 is because Mr. 2 could turn into Nami, and there's this underlying thing where Sanji will never ever hit a woman.
That's important. Yeah. We've glossed over a lot, believe it or not.
Yeah. This is like the
in the middle of that, you literally went like yada yada over some stuff.
Yeah.
No. So Mr. 2's transforming into Nami after encountering the crew earlier, and then Sanji's unable to fight whenever because Mr. 2 will get the boobs out.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole of Baroque Works is eventually defeated. Crocodile's defeated. 9/11 saves Pell. And the most emotional part of the story. Okay, since we're on Bon Cray, actually, this gets important. When they initially meet Bon Cray, they're like, "Oh, that guy touched us. He can transform into us. How do we know we are each other now?" What they do is they paint an X on all their wrists. If you there we go. If you see the X, that means we're friends. It's all good. That guy don't know about it. He's already gone, you know?
Yeah, so what they do, they draw the X on their arms and then they cover it in a bandage so that, like, Bon Cray only copies the bandage because they don't know what's underneath the bandage.
Right.
So if they want to prove that it's the other person, they say take off the bandage and then only the actual people will have the X's.
And that X is proof that they are friends, right? Vivi, at the end of the arc, is saying goodbye to the crew from the edge of the rocks, the coast, you know, as the ship is sailing away, because they thought Vivi might come with them, because, you know, faithful crew member, everyone loves each other. Unfortunately, Vivi's saying that she's got to stay in Alabasta, she's got to be the princess, she's got to take care of the people there, you know,
right?
You know, and she's like, but if we meet one day on the ocean, will I still be your friend? Will you still call me your friend? And the Straw Hats themselves are all broken up about this, and they're like, if we shout back, the Marines will hear. They'll know that she's affiliated with pirates. That will implicate her and Alabasta in some bad shit with the world government. So, unable to say anything, the crew stand on the back of the boat and they all lift their arms, showing the X on the arm. You know, it's emotional, right. Ryan.
Yep.
And Vivi sees that sailing off. The tears are flowing. Everyone's upset. Chopper's being cute. It's emotional. And then, of all people, Bon Cray shows up on the ship and says, "Don't worry, I'll get rid of those Marines because we're pals now." And Luffy's like, "Yeah, okay." And fucking bless his heart, he goes over, he fucks up the Marines by disguising his crew as the Straw Hats. Because of course he can do that.
Yep.
And then he unfortunately gets met by Hina, who is an incredibly powerful marine who literally can just make cages and gates appear from nowhere, and they are locked up. Yeah.
Oh.
Bunkrey gets sent to impel down the underwater prison, and unfortunately, where is that arc? That arc is over here, mate. It's... oh. We might have to give it a break there, honestly. We've been going for nearly 2 hours. But, Marion, where are we ranking Alabaster?
I'm ranking this means something. I mean,
This
is one
means
of the
something
best,
to you.
Yeah, this is one of the best manga arc endings as a whole.
Yeah. It is. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Ollie?
Yeah, I mean, I liked it enough to get it tattooed onto me, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
This means something to
I
me,
think that's a good
man.
place.
Ryan?
Yeah. No, obviously, like I'm not invested, but like I get it. Like when you describe that ending scene, it's like, okay, yeah, I get it. If I can picture it in my head, I'm like, if I cared about this, I can see how that would be a big emotional deal.
The music swells, Ryan.
Yeah, no, totally. I can imagine it.
The original theme plays. They're on like theme 4 at this point. They play theme 1.
It's true. Did we mention that Robin joins?
No, that comes up just after. Literally, Bunkrey's took the Marines off their back. They're sailing off to sea. They're all sad, and just out of the ship just pops. Who else but Miss All Sunday, Mr. Zero, second in command, Robin. She's just like, "Hi, I would like to join."
Yeah, it's a very understated. She just shows up and she's like, "Hey, I'd like to join your crew," and everybody's like, "She's clearly evil. What the fuck are you doing?" And Luffy's like, "Yeah, sure, that's great."
Luffy is a good judge of character. He's like, this person gives me good vibes. I think it'll be fine.
Okay.
By the way, I think that I have to go though.
Yeah, this is
It should be-
probably where we got to end it anyway. Let's face it, we've been here for ages.
Yeah.
We didn't even get up to the time skip. I figured we'd get there.
I thought we'd get to the
fuck.
time skip. We got to the end of Alabaster. We got 2 concurrent viewers right now, by the way. Hello, our 2 concurrent viewers. Thank you for tuning in. Maybe we'll continue this shit
Yeah.
I mean, we got it right.
every Friday until we're all sagged to just get together.
I don't think we've got enough Fridays left, Dave,
Fine, Friday and Monday.
to do it more often than that.
All right. This is it. Can I save this? Wait, download image. I'll download the image and then recreate it next time we come here or some shit.
I suppose,
Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome. Okay, guys. So see you around.
Yeah, take it easy, Marion. Have a good one, bro. You know what though? Marion's wrong about this. Oh, Jesus.
Oh no.
Okay, we'll come back to it. Fuck. Thanks for watching, one concurrent viewer. This is all for you. All of this is for you. If it's one of us, I swear to God. Oh, God.
I mean, Marin left and then it dropped down to 1.
It did. All right, I've hit the end stream button.